Hi, this is Suzanne in Ohio. Have a small journal share for you today. I'm still working on my project of working with what's on my desk. So this is number 4, what's on my desk. It's a little file folder journal that got pretty chunky, and I just can't help myself. Anyways, all that stuff's laying there and you want to put it somewhere. So this one's bigger than the other 3 that I've done, and I'd like to show it to you today. So I'm going to bring you down just a little closer so you can see the detail on the pages, because if I put my automatic focus on, then it vibrates, it oscillates or something. So it's a simple fabric closure, and then we'll just open it up. I'll show you the front. It's got lots of detail on it, feather and texture, and oh my gosh. And then this little contraption here, a nib point in an acetate little bag hung right there. And then over here, the back everything's a lot of collage work, but what I did here was I mounted a little booklet right on the back, and it's got writing pages in it. So I'm not going to try to tie that back up right now. Now there's a lot in this book. I think it's a good assortment of ideas for people. So take what you want, leave the rest, as the saying goes. And if you want to see more close-up pictures, you can check my Etsy site. This will be on my Etsy. And I don't know, before the day's over. So when you open it up, this file folder was made. Let me back you out now. I just used, as before, half of a file folder, folded up the bottom, and that's what makes these pockets. There's one in the front cover and one on the back cover. So the first thing, take out the ephemera, because I know it is full of detail here. It's hard to decipher when you're trying to see. I formed a pocket out of an old document, and then it has some pieces of ephemera in it, print off of an old postcard, and then this little telegram facsimile that I had made last year, and that slips right down there. This old document is a marriage registration from 1857. That's kind of nice. Here's a little flip out, fold out book page pocket. I'm sure I got the idea from Patricia Viramonte's, and this is just my version on it. And so there's a little pocket here, which I didn't fill everything because this journal is just so loaded. There's a pocket back here, and then when you close it up, there's a pocket here. Here's one piece of ephemera right there. So, and this is a little notebook I made, found papers and some created papers, and that's just done on a repurposed greeting card. So that's out of the front pocket there. Everything has lots of collage work on it. I'm not going to tell you where I got everything. A lot of it is self-explanatory. But here's a flip. And the other side is a flip also. And this little cluster is a tuck spot under there. Here's a flip out. And this little bird is a tuck spot. And then when you fold it over, one of these that I had made, you can see that in all my other videos. A little journaling card there. A belly band with a piece of ephemera for writing. More old documents. Handkerchief print. It flips out. This is not a tuck spot. Ooh, I better glue that down a little bit better. That is a pocket. with a puffer, a bee puffer. And then a pocket here, textile ephemera, textile. Open it up. Lots of writing space, but lots of interest in this book. Tuck spot, and I made that out of a greeting card front. Oops, that got meant. Make sure that gets tucked in there. Now I do have some purchased images here. I'll list all my people below where I have bought things. This one I do remember, this was from Nick the Booksmith. She had a whole series of botanicals and I bought those. Very nice. Textile print. Open it up. Little tuck. Old textile. And then an image of two little girls having tea with the saying, "Life is meant for good friends and adventure." And I just dressed it up because it really was an image of a very old photograph. When you open it up, I left this blank for writing. Here's a tuck spot. And in here, I put a little fabric postcard that I made. And I had made some of these a long time ago, but I got a newer and better idea from one of the girls on YouTube, and I will be doing another video later today to show you at least a dozen of these that I made. They are so interesting. So that's in there, a little piece of ephemera. And once I remember exactly where I saw that, I'll put it below. I'm pretty sure it was Shabby Debbie Doodah. And this flips open, a tuck spot here, and in there is a little piece of ephemera writing card and a pair of binoculars for fun. Plenty of writing spot there, and the handle of that spoon is a tuck spot. You can slip something small in there if you want to. Old document, a bird. A lot of these images are my textile artwork. This is just a fold out piece of ephemera that I made just using paper and fibers, and then scan them and run them off, and then you have a nice writing surface, something with interest to it. Over here, a little pocket, piece of ephemera. Altered book clip, and let's see, paper clip I should say. Pages out of old books, more textile prints. All of these are writing spots. And that little stag, he's so cute. This was an Ideals book print, the trees, so I thought that stag went nice on the front there. This is on a collaged background, but the feather is a tuck spot, and just two vintage prints of ladies, and that matches the color scheme right there. So when you turn it over, here we are at the center of the signature, and it is a pocket folder, and in this pocket I put one of those matchbook notebooks. Now I know there's 4 or 5 people on YouTube making these, so I cannot say exactly who I got this idea from, but of course this is my own version of it, and that's what it ends up. Even if you intend to copy somebody, yours ends up different because you have a different style. So it's full of pages, and then it just tucks right back in there, using whatever I have on my desk. Here's an envelope I made. This was interesting. I'll be doing a video on these. I had cut the tops off of lots of mailing envelopes, and that was for a project I'd done a couple years ago. and I didn't want to throw them away. So what I ended up doing was creating a bottom to all of them, in other words, making an envelope back out of it again. And then this has some ephemera in it. Put anything in there you want, but they all have writing space on the back. So that's one of those salvaged envelopes. I didn't want it to go to waste. And then just a leaflet out of a greeting card. Makes a wonderful writing image. It's not exactly cardstock, and it's not exactly paper. So the back side of this center folder is on collage, of course, but this little watering can is a tuck spot. This stag is a tuck spot. And just a woodland image out of Ideals books. Here's a little envelope I made out of some of my printed off paper, some of my collage type paper that I made. What I did, in case you didn't see my other video, I found a wedding book at a thrift store that was unused, and every page had embossing of flowers and ribbons and such on it. So I tore all those out, inked them, combined them with fibers, and copied them off. So really, really nice interest. Old document. Again, more writing papers here in this pocket. And then with my collaged papers that I had made, I made this giant tag and put a fabric pocket on that side, and then a tag here. And this does open up. You can unfold this and write a little note on it, have a little secret message, or you can give it to somebody with a note on it. And then a little piece of ephemera over here in this tuck spot. So that goes right there in that tag. And I won't put that back with the paper clip right now. On this side, this little mushroom is a tuck spot. This textile is a tuck spot. Have copies of vintage letter fronts right there. And this side, one of my textile arts. And when you open it up, here's your copy of this. I did these hexes all in fall colors, the honeycomb colors, and I did that for a big journal I made last year, so I have an image of it. Put a large honeybee there, and when you open that up, then on the inside is a tuck spot, pocket, writing card. Let's see, get this back in here. Okay, and then of course this closes up first, and then this overlaps it. So over here, plain page, another envelope that I rescued, put a bottom on it. I don't know if there's anything in it yet or not. I have a lot of nice of these vintage images. Most of them are etchings, and it's out of a history book about cooking. So this is an original etching out of that book, and it goes way back. I don't know how far back, but there was no copyright on it. So I took the page out of the book and scanned it. And then a pocket here with a tag. Another tuck spot, vintage handwriting, and it's plain on the back for writing space. Again, that old register of weddings, or yeah, marriage. Tuck spot, and then I have some old cabinet cards and I printed them off. So in this one, I made a tag and I put the Bard in there, Shakespeare, so they say. But it's kind of cute. You could switch that out for a family member or anything you wanted to. Here's a copy of a very old envelope I have, 1938, Canton, Ohio, and I copied it off exactly, opened it up and copied it off, and then you can put it back together or leave it like that and use it as writing surface on the inside. So it's just interest, and it's vintage. Okay, on this, put this little fold-up letter here. It does unfold, has light colored writing spot on the inside. This is made out of my polymer dyed papers. That's just one of the colors. I think I had 15 or 20 different colors. That was such a fun project. Okay, travel trunk, and it just has a light colored paper on the inside so you can use it for writing. And then in the pocket, front of a greeting card, Holly Pond Hill, and that was right off the front, and it was just too cute to do anything else with. Now on the back here, this is a pocket. This is another image out of that history of cooking, and so you could stick something in there. And these items go right here in the last pocket. And I have several copies of my textile art. So all I did was, let's turn it this way, fold this over, even though it's fussy cut around the edge. Excuse me. I took these images and sewed them on as end flap tucks. And then here's some copies of handkerchiefs. And of course, that's all writing space on the back side of that. See, I really am using up what's on my desk. It makes you think. Makes you think what else you could do with something. Come up with a new idea, and it just kind of forces you to think outside the box. My mind gets in a rut. I don't know about you guys. Look at that nice Swiffer handle showing and everything. You can tell I'm in a mess here. But still gives you an idea about this journal. And I think I first saw this little acetate idea. Putting things in acetate like that. Excuse me, from Jib and Neri. And people do flowers and all kinds of things. But I wanted this pen nib. And then I stamped out the word "right" on it, and it just hangs there. And again, the back, that little booklet, which I'll tie up nice and tight. So there you have it, number 4 of what's on my desk. And it's got a lot of cute ideas in it, I think. This rolled up, this is 3-dimensional. It's a piece of rolled up music, feather, textile, egg, of course the birds, an old-fashioned camera, some lace with flowers, my dyed lace right here as a background, kind of anchors the whole thing right there. So if you're interested in this, you can go to my Etsy site and look at it later today. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for watching, and thank you so much for all the YouTubers that share their ideas. I hope in sharing my ideas it helps someone, even if it's just a jump-off point. And then yours will end up looking like your style. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.